Equestrians, don't let falls knock your confidence. I fell off a few days ago. I am okay. I was sore on Saturday and yesterday, but I'm okay now, and I am going to get back in the saddle on Friday, and that fall is not going to keep me from riding the horse that I fell off of, because I enjoy riding her, and I've worked on my confidence last year and this year, and I've been on a confidence high lately, and I had some positives coming out of that ride. I got back on after I fell off, and I still rode well, even though I was a bit shaken up after having the wind knocked out of me. I had never had that happen. I feel like this fall, I landed on the ground faster than I did with my other falls. My first fall, I can't remember because it was like over 10 years ago. It was over 12 years ago. My second fall, it's almost been 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year. But I was bareback, so not really much. And then my third fall, which was my worst fall, I landed on my back, but I was on grass. And luckily I was wearing a helmet, because I hit my head on the ground when I fell off. That was my worst fall. And my fourth fall, I tried to hang on to prevent me from falling, but I was bucked off, but I didn't. It wasn't a hard landing. It was a slow landing because I held on. And then my fifth fall, which was on the same horse that I fell off this time. But that was my best fall, because I actually landed standing up for the first time, and so that wasn't really much. But this fall was a harder landing, because it felt faster. It felt like I hit the ground faster, and I also had the wind knocked out of me. And so it took me a minute. It took me about a minute to get up, but I did get up as fast as I could. And then I got back on and continued and finished up the lesson, and I did well. It was like before and after the fall, I did well. So that was some positives to bring out of that. But my third fall is still my worst fall, because I don't really have any positives that went out of that. It was at a different place than it was at a different place, because at that time I was riding at two barns, and I was riding with two barns, and one of the barns I was learning to ride Western, and that's when I fell off. I was at the canter, and I lost my stirrups, and I ended up falling off. Yeah. It was that 3 of my falls were from canters. My third fall, my fifth fall was at a really nice canter. And this fall was at a canter, but I made a mistake, and I ended up on the ground. And so, yeah, I'm going to take ownership of the mistake. But I did not know that was going to happen. And I did not know what was going on because I was focusing on staying in the canter. So, yeah. I don't think my instructor is going to put me on that horse this week because of that fall. But I do want to get back on that horse at some point because I do enjoy riding her. She's a nice horse to ride. It just happened, and I will try not to make that mistake again. And now I know what can happen, and so I know better. So yeah. When falls happen, it can knock confidence. I've seen it on YouTube, and it has happened with me. But this time I'm going to keep my confidence high. I'm still going to keep my confidence up. Probably because I did walk away with positives, and so there's no reason to have that fall knock my confidence down. And that's the best thing to do is look for positives in the ride or whatever. Because falls like what I had can knock confidence, because landing on the ground as fast as I did and getting the wind taken out of you for a minute, that can do it, probably. There are worse falls. There are worse falls. There are falls where riders get injured, and I've seen on videos falls worse than what I have had. There are falls that are worse than my worst fall. Because if you think about it, my worst fall is not really that bad because I was wearing a helmet. But I did hit my head on a hard surface, and thankfully I wore a helmet. But yeah, don't let falls knock your confidence. Try to look into the positives, walk away with positives, because that's what can keep your confidence up. And yeah,